Hello guys, welcome to Medicaid. In this video, we are going to be talking about the developments that occur in the second week, okay? So, till now, we had read that on 6th to 7th day after fertilization, implantation occurs, okay? So, all this occurs after 7th day, okay? So, we had also known that there were two types of cell, the outer cell, okay, or trophoblast, and the inner cell, that is the inner cell mass. Okay, so we had also learned that the trophoblast will form the placenta, the inner cell mass will create the embryo. So now what happens is the inner cell mass will divide into two types of cell, that is the dorsal type of cells and the ventral group of cells. Okay, the dorsal group cells are known as epiblast and the ventral group of cells are known as the hypoblast. As we can see in the diagram, epiblast cells are columnar in shape and the hypoblastic cells are cuboidal in shape. Okay, the epiblast cells will form amnion, okay, and will enclose a cavity which is known as the amniotic cavity, and it is lined by amniogenic cells. Likewise, the hypoblast cells will form something known as exocoelomic membrane and enclose a cavity which is known as the yolk sac. Okay. Now, trophoblast on day 8 after fertilization will divide into two layers. The outer layer, which is known as the syncytiotrophoblast, and the inner layer, which is known as cytotrophoblast. And the part between the cytotrophoblast and the inner cell mass is known as extraembryonic mesoderm. So now let us look at the USG finding. As I told you, there are two cavities. One is the amniotic cavity. The second one is the yolk sac. So when you look in USG, okay, in the second week, you can see a double bleb sign. Two blebs. That is, one is of yolk sac and one is of amniotic cavity. The next topic we'll be looking into is the formation of circulatory system. Circulatory system or cardiovascular system is one of the earliest systems to develop, okay? In this, now what happens is, as we know, this is the syncytiotrophoblast and this is the cytotrophoblast, okay? This syncytiotrophoblast, what it does is, this invades into the endometrium and endometrial vessels to form lacunae of blood, okay? This is the first level of communication of blood between the placenta and the mother. This is known as uteroplacental circulation. Okay. This is established by day 15. Okay. Now, what is chorionic villi? Chorionic villi, there are three types of chorionic villi, that is primary chorionic villi, secondary chorionic villi and tertiary chorionic villi. Primary chorionic villi is nothing but the combination of cytotrophoblast plus syncytiotrophoblast. So basically what we are seeing here is primary chorionic villi. It is formed before day 12. Okay, so now what happens? As we already discussed, uteroplacental circulation is established by day 15, okay, and fetoplacental circulation is established by day 17. Okay, so now let us look at secondary chorionic villi. As the development progresses, what happens is there is a cavity which is formed inside the extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay, this cavity divides the extraembryonic mesoderm into two parts. Okay, one is the parietal layer, the other one is splanchnopluric layer. Okay, so the cavity in the extraembryonic mesoderm divides the extraembryonic mesoderm into parietal extraembryonic mesoderm and splanchnopluric extraembryonic mesoderm. Now let us look at the lining of the amniotic cavity. This is the amniotic cavity. Inside it is lined by amniogenic cells. Okay, outside it is lined by splanchnopluric layer of extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay. So what is secondary chorionic villi? It is nothing but syncytiotrophoblast plus cytotrophoblast plus parietal layer of extraembryonic mesoderm. Okay, so this is secondary chorionic villi. Now what happens as the development progresses, blood vessel also enters the secondary chorionic villi, which is known as tertiary chorionic villus. Okay, now let us see what these structures are. Okay, so this is syncytiotrophoblast, this is cytotrophoblast, this is lacunae of blood. Okay, this is the first form of circulation which is established, that is uteroplacental circulation. Okay, and this is known as primary chorionic villus. Okay, now what happens is, due to the cavity, the parietal layer of extraembryonic mesoderm gets into it. So these three structures, that is syncytiotrophoblast, cytotrophoblast and the parietal layer, together they are known as secondary chorionic villus. Now what happens is, the fetal blood vessels will come inside this, that is the secondary chorionic villus, and forms the tertiary chorionic villus. Tertiary chorionic villus has the syncytiotrophoblast, cytotrophoblast, the parietal layer of extraembryonic mesoderm and the blood vessels. So this is fetoplacental circulation, which is established by day 17. Okay, whereas the uteroplacental circulation is established by day 15. So that is about the development of circulatory system. Hey guys, just a small reminder, 98% of the viewers have not subscribed to the channel. So please do subscribe, hit the bell icon to receive notification at the earliest.